Hello Aquarius, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. Aquarius, how are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you. I'm here with some oracle decks as I usually am. If you are my ride or die, you already know how it goes down from here, right? I'm going to read for the week ahead. I always read for the week ahead. So whenever you get this, today, tomorrow, next year, it's not going to resonate for everybody today. It is a general reading and you're not all at the same place in your lives. So this may resonate for you today. Maybe it doesn't. But Aquarius, how are you? Tell me in the comments. I hope you're well. And let's get started here. So look, if you are here and you are brand new and you've never been here before, I appreciate you giving this a shot. And if you'd like to stay, there is a subscription button that you could press if you would like to keep track of me. And hit that bell button. You'll know when I'm uploading again. I upload once a week for Aquarius, at least at the minimum. And Aquarius, if you're the ride or die, thanks for coming back. I appreciate you. Let's find out what's going on for you in the week ahead, Aquarius. So what we're doing this week is we're actually talking about your new cycle, because we did have a new moon in Cancer on the 25th of June. And so we are looking at what does your new cycle look like now? What can you expect from this new door opening? Because new moons are all about the new things that are beginning, because between the full moon and the new moon, you let go or release things that you didn't need. So what can you look forward to in this new cycle? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. If you are interested in the extended, I'll tell you about that at the end of this video. We've got a personal issue reaches resolution. I like it. It says here full moon in Cancer, but we did have a new moon in Cancer. I feel like in this cycle, you are coming to some sort of conclusion about something. I feel like between the full moon and the new moon, I feel like you did let something go. We are talking about full moon energy here. And I feel like what you let go of was some restriction that you may have had on your feelings or your emotions. It feels like there is a personal issue that is reaching a resolution here for you. And it's because you've decided to let go of something. Tell me more about Aquarius. I feel like it was deeply emotional for you to have this reset or reach this resolution, because Cancer energy is very sweet and very emotional and very compassionate. Tell me more about Aquarius. We've got delight. Look, I feel like it lifts something off your shoulders. So if you haven't yet let go of whatever I'm talking about, and I feel like you haven't let it go because it's going to require for you to show emotion. And look, Aquarius, we all know, we all know that it's hard for you to sometimes bring your emotions to the surface here. So I feel like it's going to make you feel so much better when you just finally let this go. And that's when your personal issue that you've been having here is going to reach some sort of resolution in this cycle here. Let's see what else we've got for you, Aquarius. One more card for Aquarius, and we'll get to the details with the tarot. We've got balance. Look, it's just going to bring you into balance, friend. It says here, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. And I feel like sometimes the reason that you have a hard time bringing your feelings to the surface is because you do judge yourself, as possibly someone back in your life, in your childhood, told you that showing emotions was weak, or that was weakness. And it's not. Actually having control of your emotions and knowing when to bring them up and when to put them under the surface is actually quite a strength. So let's look at what's coming in the future here. We have work through your fears. I really do feel like working through your fears, Scorpio energy. That is deep, deep emotional energy. This is psychic energy. This is emotional energy. And so I feel like working through your fears, part of your fear is that if you show your feelings on the surface, it's almost like you got God. It's like, oh, now they think I'm weak, or now they think I'm soft, or now they think they can get away with whatever they can get away with. So I feel like you see emotions as possibly being a sign of weakness or a sign of being soft. We do have action. I feel like you will be taking action on this situation, this emotional situation, very emotional. Scorpio and Cancer energy here. And we do have failure. It says, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So look, I don't like this card when they call it failure. This is the only card in the deck that I disagree with, because I don't think failure is an option for Aquarius. Not only for Aquarius, but I feel like failure is not a thing. Because if something doesn't work out the way we wanted it to, we get the lesson. Only if we decide to see the lesson. But also that if something does work out for us, we get the thing. So failure isn't an option. This never was an option. But I do feel that it says here, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. I think that you learned through some sort of error that you feel that you made. And I don't know what that error is. Maybe the tarot will tell us, but it feels like you feel that you made some sort of an error as it pertains to your emotions, someone else's emotions. I feel like with Scorpio here that maybe you're a person who keeps your feelings under the surface. Scorpio energy is very stoic, and you are, the representation of you in the tarot is the King of Swords, who is also quite stoic. So it's all about keeping your crap together, and I feel like that's sort of what you do, is you just try and keep everything together under the surface here. And I feel like it's hard for you to show your feelings on the surface, like Scorpio here. All right, let's find out what else is going on for you. Aquarius in the week ahead, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aquarius, please. Tell me what else we need to know about Aquarius. A personal issue is reaching resolution. What is this personal issue? Tell me more about this. We've got the Strength card. So you're holding back from something, and I think you're holding back emotions or feelings, or feeling your emotions. Feels like you are, with this Strength card here, this is Leo energy. Leo also has this issue of not necessarily showing things on the surface, but I feel like you have the ability to show your feelings, but you're holding back. We have the Three of Wands. And we have the Temperance card. So we do have, I feel like you are wanting to bring something into order, into balance, into healing. And it feels like you are, there's some sort of personal issue here. It's like it means more to you than it does to them, but it's something that you've been working on or trying to fix or get over. And it feels like you are looking into the future, holding back at this time, but knowing that temperance is coming. When the moment of temperance arrives, it is a moment of alchemy. It is a moment where you have sort of a shift in your energy, feeling a little more healed, feeling like you can do it, feeling like things are finally in balance. We've come to a place where all things are perfect, and now we can work on the issue. Tell me what delight is. I really do feel that this delight is just telling me that, delight, we've got a bird in nature. And so I feel like it will make you feel like you can release something that, I don't know about you, but for me, being an earth sign, of course, but for me, being in nature is healing. So maybe for you, nature is healing as well. And I feel like when you do, the way you'll know that you finally reached this resolution with this personal inward issue, Cancer is inward, right? Under the surface, you'll know when you've reached it, because you will be at peace. We do have the Two of Swords. We have the Faith card, which is the Hierophant in this deck. And we have the Four of Cups. I feel like there is a lesson here. Something here is occurring to you. It's like, oh, that never occurred to me. And I feel like it's almost like with Temperance and this, because these are both major arcana cards, right? Temperance and Strength and the Hierophant. It's almost like it gives you this sturdy feeling of, oh, I never really looked at it that way before. It feels like you come to some sort of decision that was really hard to make or that you had blocked. I feel like it brings you in some sort of balance, Cancer energy, and it brings you some sort of balance to your emotions, right? Cancer energy. So it does feel like it is something that you learn about how to keep your emotions stable, even when you have to make really hard choices. We've got balance. Tell me why we've got balance here for Aquarius. We've got the Ten of Cups. Yeah. All right, that's what it is. Being emotionally available. I feel like this is the lesson. It feels like that this is the lesson. Look, you can still be emotional. You can still be stoic. You can still, I feel like you can choose when to bring your feelings to the surface, as Scorpio will. But I feel like somebody in your life, it could be children, it could be friends, it could be somebody that you had a romantic connection with. Somebody here feels like you couldn't feel your feelings, is what it feels like. So it does feel as though you are going to be saying something to someone about how you actually feel. You could be someone who is an Aquarius Pisces cusp. This is Pisces energy. We have Gemini energy here. I feel like you're just going to blurt it out or say it after not saying anything for a really long time. It feels like you really want to bring balance into a situation. You want to let somebody know, look, I wasn't judging you. I was judging myself. And I feel like you were trying to stay in control. It feels like everything was changing around you. Your feelings were changing for someone. Maybe your feelings have changed for someone. Feelings were changing. It feels like you were trying to make decisions. A lot of things were changing. I feel like this destiny is here, and you were just doing your best to try and hold everything together or stay in control. Stay in control of your emotions, stay in control of your thoughts, stay in control of your actions. And it feels like, for sure, staying in control of your emotions, staying very stoic, right? Because we've got the king of all kings here, and that is, the king, all four kings, right? King of swords, pentacles, wands, and cups. It does feel like something is changing within you, it feels like here. Let's look at some, here we go. Yeah, let's look at some clarifying. And then from here, we will go into the extended. Let's look at what's going on here. So this personal issue that is reaching resolution. Tell me more about this for Aquarius, please. Tell me about this personal issue that is about to reach resolution for you here. It might reach a resolution for you by the time the next full moon comes around, possibly. Something you might let go. We've got the Eight of Cups. I was saying letting go, and the Eight of Cups is here. The Nine of Pentacles is here. And we've got the Page of Pentacles here. I feel as though I feel like the thing that you need to come to a resolution about this personal matter is I feel that you don't like that you feel detached. You know that it gives you an adverse sort of reaction from the people around you when you are detached. I feel like you feel the most confident, steady, and sturdy. You feel like you're in charge. You feel like you're in charge of you. You feel like you're in control of everything when you're in this detached mode. I feel like this Page of Pentacles, though, tells me that you really wish that you could breach the surface of your emotions. Cancer is always under the surface. Breach the surface of your emotions to give somebody an offer, or to offer somebody something, or to have some back and forth at least with somebody here. Because I feel like there is someone here that you have been detached from, or you've been holding back from. And as you look into the future here, I feel what you want resolution. Temperance is the resolution. It's bringing things into healing, into balance, into a moment of alchemy where we finally take action and say, okay, everything is balanced. Tell me what the Three of Wands is. Because I feel like you're looking into a future, into the time where you would do this. Maybe you're not doing this right now. The future could be the week ahead for you. We've got the Five of Swords. We've got the Two of Wands. And we've got the Page of Cups. You're really fighting yourself here. I really do feel you're fighting the mind, fighting yourself, holding yourself back from, or fighting yourself from taking action on something here. It does feel like it's all up to you. The world is in your hands. You're the one that has to make the first move. It feels like you know that, and it's feeling like a little bit of pressure, I want to say. So I feel like you're looking at it as an option in the future, but not making a decision about it right now. It feels like with the Page of Cups here that you're feeling some kind of way about a situation that I feel that you want to bring back into balance with somebody. I feel like you have emotions for someone that you're fighting. It feels like you have a little bit of affection or something that you're trying to keep a lid on is what it feels like. And I feel like you want to take action on that, but we do have the Five of Swords here. So it tells me that you're really having a hard time deciding what to do with this feeling that you have that's telling you that in the future you should probably take some action and do something. I think that with the Three Wands here and the Two Wands, it's Five of Wands, and then we have the Five of Swords. We've got a couple of fives here, and for me, when I see two fives in a reading, something is going to change quickly. So I feel like in the week ahead, something in your mind is going to flip or change, and you're going to make some sort of decision here. Tell me about this decision, the Two of Swords. It's the hardest decision that you've made. When I see the Two of Swords being a decision, you're making this decision because you need to bring things into a balanced place in your life, but swords cut. swords are always double-edged. And so I feel like you have to let something go. So it's like this or that. So if you don't take this, you'll take that. That means you got to let go of this. But if you take this, you got to let go of that. So I feel like it's a really hard decision for you to make, Aquarius. We've got the Tower. Yeah, it's going to cause a Tower moment here. It's going to cause you to take action and give somebody an offer that I feel that you have been wanting to do. It does feel like you are leaning toward learning a lesson here, and it feels like the lesson is about being emotionally available, but it also feels like this is about commitment as well. It's about commitment, standing sturdy, tall, having structure. I really need to get my feet on the ground, plant them there, and decide what my path is from here. And also the person who is the Hierophant is always doing the right thing. So I feel like you feel like doing the right thing would be to slowly move toward an offer, maybe getting on, maybe taking some sort of a very tiny risk, a very small risk because it's Page. But the Tower energy is here. It's a realization or a shift in your mindset that you have to make a decision. And I feel like it's just within you. It's part of this resolution that you're trying to come to. Tell me about this King of Cups here. Tell me about the King of Cups. What do we need to know about this emotionally available part of you? It feels like you are going to say something to someone about how you feel about them, because I feel like you want a commitment and you want the Ten of Cups, but I feel like you feel like showing your feelings on the surface is going to get you into deep water and you don't know how to swim. That's what it feels like here. Tell me about the King of Cups. We've got the Page of Swords. We've got the Fool. Yeah, there it is. It's the beginning of your emotional development here. It feels like a door is going to be swinging open here with Temperance here and the Fool. It feels like it's a very healing chapter that you're going to be in. I want to say that you've been looking at someone or observing something from a distance. It might be a person, and I feel like your emotional intelligence is making you sort of go back and look at what's something that someone is doing. I feel like you're sort of catching up on them just by watching them from a distance, and I don't feel like you're really taking action, but I feel like you're feeling excited about what you see. What you're observing is something you're excited about, and it's causing you to maybe step forward or take a leap of faith of some sort here. And I feel like if you do, it's going to work out the way that you want it to, because balance is here. I feel like you're about to tell somebody about how you feel about them, or maybe you miss them, or you're going to give them a little bit of emotional stuff, but you're just going to blurt it out at a moment when you're feeling really, really brave. We're going to go into the extended. If you'd like to come into the extended and see me clarify the rest of this, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about what you're going to say, how you're going to blurt it out, who you're talking about here. I feel like there is some sort of commitment at the center of everything, that you always keep your commitments. You're very truthful, honest, and like that. You're a person who always wants to do the right thing. And that's my experience with Aquarius. Your experience with Aquarius might be different, but my experience is they are truthful and honest people who are very beautiful, kind, feeling, and humanitarian, but it's hard for them to bring their feelings to the surface. So let's go to the extended, and if you'll look at the top of all the comments, there is a pinned comment there, and if you'd like to come into the extended, there is a membership link there. That's where all the extendeds are if you're interested. Also in that pinned link up there, if you would look at the Hypsee link, that's where I am offering private reads. So I'm doing live private reads. I'm also doing private reads that are pre-recorded. I also have just recently added a package, which is a 48-hour turnaround time, one question, no backstory, give you 10 minutes or less. I'll give you an answer on whatever it is that you want. If you need just a quick answer, you can also do that live if you want to. But I'm going to go for now. I'm going to go to the extended. And if this is where we part, that's cool, because you know I'm going to be back, because I'm always back. I've been back for a long time now. So I'll be back to bring you more readings, Aquarius. Thank you so much for being here and watching. And yeah, see you in the extended. Love you guys. Bye.